Rain and storms off to our east currently. There's the flash flood warnings back over towards the Black Creek, the Black River, like you just heard about. We have a little bit of rain back over in Kansas. We'll watch. That's starting to work its way north of I-44. Some showers in northern Arkansas, but dry time until some more storms arrive into the afternoon and evening hours. Now, today, level 2, slight risk for severe storms north of Highway 60. I will say not everyone in this severe risk will even see rain for the day today. Further south in northern Arkansas, level 1 marginal risk. Here's a look into the afternoon. Few light showers, mostly north of I-44. These not severe. But then into the evening hours, storms starting to develop. More heavy rain possible overnight tonight with the potential for some flooding. And then that continues into tomorrow morning, mostly here in Missouri. And then tomorrow we'll watch a little bit more rain south of I-44. Right now we're in the mid-80s for many. It should be another hot, humid day, but we'll have a few more clouds moving into the afternoon again. Highs in the upper 80s to maybe even a few low 90s in some spots. And here's a look by around 4 o'clock today. Most upper 80s, low 90s, pretty average for this time of year. We'll talk more about your severe threats coming up soon. Today and into your Saturday, I'll talk more about the threats hour by hour and a look at the heat through the week. It's coming up pretty dry. Rain off to our east mostly, and then we have some showers to our west trying to work their way over towards Sheldon, Lamar, into Vernon County and continuing back over to the east. Some pockets of moderate rain there. But as we head into the afternoon today, we're watching a level 2. Slight risk for severe storms, mostly north of Highway 60. The better chance for a few storms to pack a punch today. The further south, your risk is a little bit lower, and I think some of you will even stay dry, especially into the evening hours. So here's how this plays out. 4 o'clock, we'll have maybe a few showers, mostly north of I-44. And then into the evening, a few thunderstorms possible. This model kind of develops them closer to Highway 60. And then continues into the evening hours to maybe see a few more beginning to redevelop in our northernmost counties. Some of these could be severe into the overnight hours as well. And then some heavy rain will be possible. And like you saw back over towards parts of Lesterville, over towards the Black River, rain could be significant, so we will watch the flooding potential, and it's something certainly to take seriously as we have some really rich tropical moisture in place. So tomorrow morning we'll see some scattered showers heading into the afternoon, a few more thunderstorms possible, and we'll watch rain then by the late afternoon and evening, now situated mostly south of the interstate and back into northern Arkansas. You'll see some showers and storms tomorrow, some of which could also be on the strong to severe side, and then we'll try and dry out on Sunday. Temperatures today still around average. It's just hot and humid. Upper 80s, low 90s by 4 o'clock. Evening temperatures ranging from the 70s north, where we have a little bit more rain, to mid 80s further to the south, with lows staying back in the low to mid 70s waking up tomorrow morning. Now tomorrow's severe risk, we do have a level 2 slight risk back in north central Arkansas here. Level 1 marginal risk just north of Highway 60 here across some of our Missouri counties. The further south you go, the better severe risk you'll have likely tomorrow. And I do still want to mention flood watch is in place through 7 a.m. tomorrow morning in some of our easternmost counties. This is kind of that bullseye area that saw the most significant rain last night into this morning, really catastrophic rain and flooding. And parts of Phelps County did also see, in Dent County, a lot of rain too, with some spots having reported maybe around 5 inches of rain last night. Now here's a look at one model showing the potential for a few areas to maybe pick up more than 1.5 inches of rain. You see by these numbers here, but a couple bullseye areas potentially picking up more than 3 to 4 inches in some spots will be possible. I do still think that best chance maybe north of I-44, east of Highway 65, and down here into parts of north central Arkansas as well. So we'll continue to watch that potential for flooding heading into the weekend. Upper 80s tomorrow for highs, mid 80s only on Sunday behind a front, and winds coming in from the north on Sunday, so it should feel pretty pleasant actually Sunday afternoon. Now as we head into the rest of the week, at the start of next week, we have this upper level ridge taking shape here really across much of the U.S. and summer heat just kind of continues, hangs around. Rain chances will be pretty low Next week, a few into the evening and overnight to tonight. Level 2 slight threat for severe storms, 60 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts possible, some quarter-sized hail, and a very low risk for maybe an isolated weak tornado. Once again, low risk for that though. Today into tomorrow, still tracking the potential for flooding. We have a slight threat here highlighted in yellow. Some spots may be picking up more than 3 inches of rain. Tomorrow, shifting a little bit further off to the south, and then as we head into Sunday, we'll begin to dry out. Temperatures a little bit cooler at the dry. Here's a look at the flash flood warnings that back over towards the Black River, like you just saw there. Catastrophic flooding last night into this morning. Drier right now. We have a few isolated showers working north of I-44 right now, and today level 2 slight threat for severe storms north of Highway 60, highlighted in yellow. Damaging winds, large hail, the main threat, with storm chances really going up, I'd say, heading into the evening and overnight hours. This is 4 o'clock. There's those light showers moving on in. By around 6, we have a few storms maybe trying to develop, and then coverage increases after dark tonight, especially north of I-44. Heavy rain possible again tonight here in the Ozarks, and then tomorrow morning a few showers with some more storms tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures right now already in the mid to upper 80s for many. It's a hot day today. We'll climb back into the low 90s for many this afternoon, a degree or two above average for this time of year. A lot of boaters out there at Lake of the Ozarks getting in on the dry time before the storms hit. Partly sunny this afternoon, upper 80s, low 90s, 93 in Harrison for the day today. And we are tracking more storm chances heading into the day tomorrow, some of which could also be severe. I'll have more details on your threats and your full weekend forecast coming. Dry conditions right now with some sunshine in spots. A little bit of rain about to work its way on into our northwestern counties. We have El Dorado Springs right now getting in on a little bit of some rain, tracking off to the east towards Wablo, south of Osceola. Not severe, but a little bit of rain into the early afternoon with the severe threat going up this evening. Level 2 slight risk for severe storms north of Highway 60 today. Further south, level 1 marginal threat, but I will say not everyone in this risk area will even see rain for the day today. So it's not going to be exactly widespread, but if you do see some showers and storms, they can drop an immense amount of rain in a short period of time. So flooding also a concern. This afternoon by 4 o'clock, a few showers, still mostly north of I-44. A few storms possible this evening. This model starts to fire them off here actually in south central Missouri and mostly back off to our east. But we will see some more storms after dark tonight developing north of I-44. Heavy rain. Some of these could also be on the strong to severe side, and then rain continues into early tomorrow morning, mostly here in our Missouri counties, before shifting further to the south with the front passing on by tomorrow into the afternoon and evening hours. Storms tomorrow afternoon and evening could be severe as well and produce some very heavy rain. Then by 6 o'clock, most of the storms off to our south. We'll still see maybe a few isolated, and then drying out overnight into Sunday. And Sunday won't be too bad of an afternoon, and temperatures will be a little bit cooler. Today, though, hot and humid, upper 80s, low 90s. Not too far off from average for this time of year. Average high is about 89, so at least we're close for many. Temperatures by 9 o'clock, a little cooler, where we'll have some of the better rain coverage in our northern counties. Mid 80s in Harrison and Branson, and lows tonight in the low to mid 70s, waking up to start your Saturday off. Severe risk tomorrow. Looks like they have expanded this risk in the last hour or so. Level 2 slight threat tomorrow south of I-44, mostly and east of Highway 65. Some damaging wind gusts are main threat today and tomorrow. The potential for maybe up to quarter-sized hail as well. And like I mentioned, the potential for some flooding. And the flood watch has actually been extended through Saturday evening now. So we are and it's been expanded to a few more counties north of I-44. So once again, we are watching the potential for some flooding, very heavy rain, obviously, like we've seen just off to our east. And we'll continue to watch rainfall totals likely in some spots, maybe even greater than 3 inches of rain. That's not going to be widespread, but you can see here some bullseye areas potentially showing more than 3 inches of rain. So obviously the potential for flooding there, but other areas really might not see too much at all. Some spots could stay completely dry today and tomorrow. Temperature wise this weekend, upper 80s Saturday, clouds and rain. Sunday looking a little bit drier with highs only in the mid 80s. Pretty nice day for us. Now as we head into next week, we'll have this upper level ridge hanging around really basically the entire U.S. and our weather pattern will trend a little bit drier. We may have a few isolated showers Monday through about Thursday. Better chance for that. We are looking at the potential for some showers and storms here across parts of the region today, and a chance for some severe storms as well. Flash flood warnings still in place for areas east of us here in the Ozarks, where along the Black River they had significant flooding, and I'll actually talk about some of those numbers coming up. But we're tracking some storms about to work their way into northwestern Missouri, and kind of this line up here will help bring us maybe some storm chances as we head into the night tonight. More scattered rain and storms off to our east and over into the southeast. Looking at the severe risk today, level 2 slight threat covers a large portion of Missouri into parts of southern Illinois, back over into the Texas, Oklahoma Panhandle, and into parts of Colorado there today. Tomorrow, level 2 slight threat across the region as well, including parts of northern and central Arkansas, continuing to track strong to severe storms as the front continues to work through the region. Big heat today over towards the Rockies and into the northern plains. Extreme heat warnings there in that purplish pink color. Heat advisories in orange and an excessive heat watch in place in red that you see there. Traveling anywhere regionally today, it's hot further south, 97 in Little Rock this afternoon. Some storms back over towards Memphis today, St. Louis, more storms, Kansas City, more storms, and 98 in Tulsa this afternoon. Significant catastrophic flooding off to our east from last night into this morning. This is a look at our 24-hour rainfall totals. We saw a lot of rain in Marys and parts of Phelps County, some spots reporting more than 5 inches of rain, and we do still have some flood alerts in place. Flood advisories for parts of Benton, Morgan, Miller, Marys County, the northern parts of the county going until 2:30 today. Flood warning for parts of Marys, Phelps, and into Dent County, the northeastern parts of the county going until 10 p.m. And here's a look at the rainfall totals just east of us. Some spots, this bullseye here, picking up more than 10 inches of rain, and really several areas reporting more than 12 inches of rain having fallen in only 12 hours. That is significant and really life-threatening. You've heard numerous people had to get rescued from several campgrounds in this area, and there's actually a lot of campgrounds in this area. And of course, along the Black River, we've seen significant flooding from, let's say, Davisville, Limberlost included in significant rainfall. Further south over toward Redmondville, Monterey looking at significant rain. Lesterville, we've been talking about significant flooding there along the Black River. And I will say the Black River just hit a new record crest near Annapolis, hitting 27.68 feet. It started off at 4 feet only at midnight last night, so very significant flooding for that area ongoing. And here's a look where we are looking at this moderate risk highlighted in red for flooding again today in some of our northeastern counties. Slight risk highlighted there in yellow, and more rain tomorrow, but this time shifting a little bit further south, likely with the heaviest. Maybe a little bit hotter. And as we head into the afternoon, we are tracking some more storm chances this evening and overnight tonight. Tracking the potential for severe storms. Level 2 slight risk mostly north of Highway 60. Damaging winds 60 to 70 miles an hour. Your main threat, quarter-size hail, and a low risk for a very weak, brief tornado will be possible, but that's going to be on the lower end of our threat meter. Had a few isolated showers this afternoon, now situated along and north of I-44. Storm chances going up over the next couple of hours. I'm not expecting any widespread storms, widespread severe storms, but there is a large risk area. Basically, our entire area covered in a severe risk. Level 2 slight threat north of Highway 60, but not not everyone in this risk area will even see rain this evening or overnight tonight, but still some heavy rain will be possible and more flooding possible tonight into tomorrow morning, especially in some of our eastern counties. Marys County, Phelps, Dent County could see some more rain and heavy rain overnight, leading to some more flooding by 9 o'clock. I think we'll see a few storms possible here in south central Missouri. Some of these could be severe. And then north of I-44, some storms as well that begin to kind of lump together, and then also looking at the potential for some training showers and storms north of Highway 60 tonight. A little bit of rain tomorrow morning. Some may see some dry time in the afternoon. More storms tomorrow afternoon, though, especially south of Highway 60. Some of those could also be severe. Temperatures right now hot, upper 80s, low 90s for many. We'll see temperatures this evening falling back to the low 80s at 9 o'clock, and then overnight tonight, lows in the low to mid 70s, waking up tomorrow morning with highs tomorrow back in the upper 80s for many. We'll talk more about your severe storm threats again coming up soon. Light showers, no storms right now. A little bit of some light rain heading over into Lebanon, back over into Pulaski County. Marys County right now getting in on a little bit of rain over towards Stockton. If you're on the lake, no thunderstorms with that right now, but a few sprinkles here and there. There is a severe risk though today north of Highway 60. We are looking at a level 2 slight risk for severe storms. I want to say again, not everyone in this risk will even see rain into the evening and overnight tonight, but some may see a few storms that could be severe, and some may deal with the potential for some more flooding overnight into tomorrow morning. The further south you go, the lower the severe risk, I'd say, in northern Arkansas, but here in south central Missouri, I think we could see maybe a few storms that also pack a punch over the next couple of hours. As we head into 7 o'clock, here's a look at a couple storms back in some of our eastern counties, south central Missouri, northern Arkansas. And then by around 11 p.m., we'll start to see a line of showers and storms begin to develop. These will be some really heavy rain producers. Could have some gusty winds coming out of these thunderstorms as well. The potential for a little bit of flooding and a very low risk for an isolated spin-up tornado. Any tornadoes that we have would be very weak and very brief, but of course something we'll be watching out for, and if there's a warning issued, we'll be on air for you. Heading into tomorrow morning, we'll wake up to a few isolated showers, and then by lunchtime, still a lot of us seeing some dry time. I'd say it's by the mid-afternoon we see some more showers and storms redeveloping. Very similar to what we had today, but I'd say maybe a little bit greater coverage by the mid-afternoon, especially south of Highway 60 and into northern Arkansas. Heavy rain again into the evening, and then we'll begin to dry out overnight into Sunday morning. Temperatures this evening, pretty mild, upper 70s north, mid 80s further to the south. Still pretty humid. Lows will be back in the low to mid 70s in the morning, and highs tomorrow in the upper 80s for many. I'd say a little bit warmer in some of our eastern counties than this model shows. And there is also a severe risk tomorrow, highlighted in yellow, another level 2 slight threat, situated mostly along and south of I-44. Damaging wind, the primary threat. Maybe some quarter-size hail, and then more flooding will be possible. Now there is a flood watch in place. It's been extended actually through Saturday evening, and it has been expanded too to include some of our northernmost counties where we could see that line of showers and storms kind of develop again and then kind of train over one another. But of course, the greatest risk for flooding is going to be the areas that I've already seen a lot, back over towards Marys, Phelps into Dent County. You'll see a little bit more, and it just kind of adds insult to injury. And here's what models show. This is by Sunday early morning. We'll see a few pockets of maybe some heavy rain that could produce more than 3-4 inches of rain in some spots. That won't be widespread, many picking up an inch or less. However, a few areas could see a little bit more. Heading into the weekend, we'll be in the upper 80s tomorrow, mid 80s on Sunday. Sunday will be drying out. We'll see some sunwolves over the last 24 hours. So I want to show you this kind of bullseye area that experienced catastrophic flooding back over really mostly just off to our east. But don't get me wrong, still a lot of rain in Marys, Phelps into northern Dent County. Flood warning continues until 10 p.m. there today to include Rolla, Vienna, northeast of Salem. Oh, and I do also want to mention quickly that Rolla, the National Weather Service, did confirm an EF0 tornado at around 10 p.m. last night with winds about 80 to 85 miles an hour and a path length of about half of a mile. But here's the flooding. We are looking at this bullseye just east of Short Bend, stretching back through Lesterville, where we are looking at the Black River today, cresting at 28.68 feet. That is a new record crest for them. Significant flooding. It started off at 4 feet around midnight last night. By 10 a.m. was at 21 feet, and then at noon hit over 28 feet. So significant, really catastrophic flooding in this area. From Cherryville, from Keysville, Davisville, down through Goodwater, over towards Bixby as well, Banner, Monterey, and then down towards Black along I-49. Hogan, and then back towards Annapolis, where this is kind of where the river meter is near this area for the Black River that did hit that crest, record crest for the day today. Some spots picked up more than 12 inches of rain. And today, more rain possible. There is still a flooding risk back here in our eastern counties, Marys, Phelps, Dent County, and then in that same spot that saw rain yesterday. We'll continue to watch another threat tomorrow, but it is shifting a little bit further south. Rain back over into parts of Phelps, Dent County, isolated showers back over here in northern Polk County, Lawrence County, looking at a little bit of some light rain. Some storms off to our north, though. Our severe risk goes up heading into the evening and overnight hours tonight. I do want to show you, feels like temperatures right now 107 in Mountain Home, 101 in Harrison. It's been a hot day today, and we'll continue to look at the potential for storms this evening. Your first alert to the potential for storms north of Highway 60. Level 2 slight risk this evening and overnight tonight. Damaging winds 60 to 70 miles an hour. Quarter-size hail, very low risk for an isolated weak tornado. I'll talk more about the timing hour by hour coming up on KY3 News at 5. Nothing severe yet here in our area. Storms, though, to our north, and our severe threat going up over the next couple of hours. It won't be widespread, but there is many here in the Ozarks who are included in a severe risk. Level 2 slight threat north of Highway 60, but I think many in this area here in far southwestern Missouri at least could even stay dry into the evening and early overnight hours tonight. Some storms, especially here in south central Missouri, we'll have to watch closely over the next couple of hours. That could develop. Maybe a few in our far northernmost counties as well. Coverage increases, though, after dark north of Highway 60. The potential for more flooding back over into parts of Marys, Phelps, Dent County, over towards Reynolds County there, too. Some of these storms could produce some strong gusty winds. We'll see a little bit of rain tomorrow morning and a few more storms for some of you tomorrow afternoon. We'll talk more about your severe threats and when everything wraps up coming up soon.
Thanks, Danielle.
And just a few very isolated showers here in the Ozarks. No storms yet, but we do have some rain popping up here in parts of Ozark County that I want to watch closely over the next hour or two. Severe storms off to our north, back up heading over towards Columbia, but right now just a little bit of some light rain back over towards Rolla, Texas County, over into northern Douglas County as well. And there's a level 2 slight risk for severe storms kind of along and north of Highway 60 for the day today. Not everyone in this risk area will even see rain or storms today, but severe wind gusts 60 to 70 miles an hour. Quarter-size hail, your main threats. Very low risk for an isolated spin up tornado. It would be weak, it would be brief, nothing violent or long track by any means for the day today. But of course, any warnings issued will be here on air for you this evening. By 7 o'clock, we'll see maybe a few more showers and thunderstorms trying to develop here in south central Missouri. Continuing into the overnight hours, larger wave of storms develops north of Highway 60. This could produce some gusty winds, hail, once again, that very low tornado threat early on, but I'm also concerned really with some heavy rain that could lead to some flooding in spots. Then by 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, a few showers, maybe a rumble of thunder or two. Then in the afternoon, many will actually see some dry time, potentially around lunch, before storms try to redevelop south of Highway 60. Maybe a few more here in southern Missouri than the models show, but some of them could be on the strong to severe side. Heavy rain continues and then will dry out heading into the day on Sunday. It's been a hot, humid afternoon, though. Temperatures by 9 o'clock, upper 70s further north, mid 80s still back down further south in Arkansas. And then overnight lows, low to mid 70s, waking up in the morning. Highs tomorrow, not as hot as today. I think many will be in the mid to upper 80s, a little bit warmer in our eastern counties than this model here shows. There is a severe risk tomorrow as well. Level 2 slight threat again highlighted, this time south of I-44, and same story. Not everyone in that risk area will even see rain, but a few storms could bring damaging winds, maybe some quarter-sized hail, and still the potential for flooding. Flood watch is in place now through Saturday evening, and that has been extended to include some more of our northernmost counties, and we'll continue to watch heavy rain, really just adding insult to injury in Marys, Phelps, Dent County, and back off to our east, where we kind of had that larger bullseye of rain and storms from last night into this morning along the Black River. Now, here's a look at rainfall totals from one model. You can see many pick up less than half of an inch. Some see nothing here in southwestern Missouri through Sunday morning, but some pockets will pick up more than 3 to 4 inches of rain all the way through Sunday morning. So we are still watching that potential for flooding. Temperatures heading into the weekend, upper 80s tomorrow. Winds from the north on Sunday will be a little bit cooler in the mid 80s, lower humidity.
If you have plans, but we do have some weather to watch out for.
Yeah, we're watching the potential for flooding, especially in some of our northern and start of next week.
All right, next week looks nice. Danielle,
yes.
Thanks. And thank you for watching KY3 News at 5.